So as we near the end of 2025 and look forward to the new year, we know we're going to get an onslaught of new characters revealed for Marvel TOKON. We only got 8 characters so far, and we know from both Marvel vs. Capcom and Rivals that Marvel rosters can get massive. So I'm here to make it a little easier on the devs and give them some ideas on characters they can include and how they can work in Marvel TOKON. From movesets to archetypes down to their game plans and potential meta standings. Welcome back everyone to the Marvel TOKON Lab. So I've been playing a good amount of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Beyond lately, and because of that and understanding a certain archetype of characters I love to play after diving into it in my Wolf Chart video, which you should check out by the way, I decided on this return to Infinite to pick up Black Panther, and he's been amazing to play. He was meant to be a replacement for Wolverine, which that mindset of the Infinite devs replacing functions of older X-Men with new characters could be a whole can of worms for another day. But the point here is he's different enough from Wolverine to where he stands apart as a more agile, full screen, mobility based character with a lot of crazy high-low rekkas to a crazy good DP and a wall cling that with follow-ups you can bounce from wall to wall or cancel on the ground to keep your combo going on like a reach stand, which makes for a really amazing mobility based character that I really want to redeem in Tocon because yeah, he was really bad in Infinite. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's sneak our way into Wakanda and figure out how Black Panther will play in Marvel TOKON. So unlike last episode with Daredevil, we actually have more of a cheat sheet because Black Panther has been in Marvel vs. Capcom before. Going forward in this series, I won't try to base it off of pre-existing movesets in Marvel vs. Capcom, as already Marvel TOKON really has been trying to make their characters their own thing, separate of how they were portrayed in Marvel vs. Capcom. But I do want to keep a lot of stuff from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite for Black Panther, since that's the main goal I want to create with this character, since I absolutely love the plan that the devs had for the Infinite version of Black Panther. But again, I really want to redeem him by giving him some new moves, maybe tweaking some older ones, and even making a few small fixes I think will make him really good in this game. Starting with normals, it'll mostly be 1-to-1 with Infinite. Obviously, Infinite uses a different button system compared to Tocon, having light and heavy versions of punch and kick compared to the Magic series of light, medium, and heavy. Because of this, I'll be translating both light punch and kick into the light button, mainly light kick though, of light punch only being used for 5 out. The heavy kick button makes for a strong medium poking button, and also since heavy punch features the launcher, which means we have to make that the heavy button. Now there are some command normals that include a nice hop, a double slasher that's cancelable into hypers, and the ankle sweep that I do want to include, but I'll be swapping them in terms of their buttons. So basically the hop kick and ankle sweep will transform from 6 and free heavy kick respectively to just 6 and free heavy, which is different from the conversion we did for the regular normals and vice versa for the cancelable double slasher, now becoming his 6M. So if you want to combo from ankle sweep into launcher, that's 3H into 2H. So while that's a little finicky, it's my video. I'm gonna do what I want. So while last time in the Daredevil video, this is when we talked about more unique movement skills and his unique ability, I'll be leaving those for later, and I want to jump straight into Black Panther's specials. As before, we have command options of quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, DP, and double down. We also have moves we can go off of from Infinite, and we will be borrowing these, but remixing a few things to allow for more flexibility, plus room for a brand new move for Black Panther that covers one of his biggest weaknesses in Infinite. Starting with his quarter circle forward, we'll be combining both his Chain of Hunting and Predator Art Rekka series into the same input. To do this, when you perform the input on the ground, you'll do the Chain of Hunting, and you'll be able to do the Rekka follow-ups of the Dual and Divine Claw series respectively if you're using light or heavy. For the medium button, we'll add a new series that ends in a low sweep so that we can truly get high-low mix-ups since we got high covered with the Divine Claw. When performing the input in the air is when you'll use Predator Arts, which you can still follow up with Dual and Divine Claw Rekka for OTG or ground bounce respectively, and on just the initial hit will cause hard knockdown. And the new medium version can lead to some nasty pickups with a wall bounce. Oh, and you can reroute to capitalize on these Predator Arts with your wall cling cancels. Oh yeah, you already know I was bringing back wall cling. That was like his whole thing. That's why I love Black Panther and Infinite. We have to make it our quarter circle back move. For how this will work here, light still bounces you on the ground before going to the wall low, and medium will be what heavy kick was in Infinite, where you go straight to the wall on the same level. But heavy will now shoot you to the stratosphere, to the top corner of whichever side you're on, in order to cling to the wall. We still have the recce you can do to bounce off the wall afterwards, but because of the button system, again, we gotta tweak it. Light will have you reach the ground at a neutral distance from the opponent, medium will have you bounce off the ground to get to the other side of the wall at a low altitude, and heavy will do the same thing, except at a high altitude. You can also do these follow-ups as many times as you want, except for the light, and you can still just double input into the wall while jumping in order to wall cling. I'll also be adding an up input for a wall run, which you can use to really airstyle your opponent with that heavy follow-up. Yeah, it is going to be a nasty airstyle. You can also cancel the run with either towards the wall to stay clinging, or down to cancel your wall run. Something else I want to do with this wall clinging movement option is give him a way to deal with stuff like projectiles, as one of the biggest reasons why Panther saw no use in Infinite is because these cool movement options were so easy to counter by just shooting. It was really tragic. That's why I'm making it so that you can only hit him when he's actually clinging to the wall. So if he's moving from wall to wall or going down from start to finish, he's safe. Think how Warwick's run can go through projectiles, basically like that. We'll also be keeping the cool feature where if you input down when bouncing off the ground with wall cling, you just reset on the ground, which always had really cool setups for combos, especially being a cool way to mix if you were using the different wall cling follow-ups for bait and canceling into that restand after the DP for hit confirming. I think we should bring back his DP too. For the DP input, I think that would be fire. So we're going to be bringing back the Panther Bite. It's a simple DP that the different versions will do different damage and different heights. Light can cover regular jumps, heavy covers all the way to super jumps, and medium can be an in-betweener. It's really that simple. There's no crazy sauce. But now we get to the double down input, and this is where we'll actually be giving Panther a new special move, and one he desperately needed in Infinite, and that's a projectile. For this, we'll be giving him a spear, as he's commonly depicted with one both in Rivals and in the comics. It's a simple spear throw that won't be too damaging, even on heavy, but it is a good way to zone out for a bit, as you can throw pretty quickly on light and medium to keep opponents out, and just cause some standard hits. While heavy is slower to come out, it guarantees a wall splat on impact with an explosive sonic boom effect. So pretty worth it if you can sneak it under a Unibeam assist and then be able to create some crazy combos with your wall cling cancels. Alright, we've got the specials, so now let's get the supers. For his regular super, I'll borrow only one of the supers from Infinite, since he had 3 level 1s and then 1 level 3. And we'll be borrowing Hazard Zone, as it's this cool multi-hitting claw attack that also allows for easy follow-up by super jumping to find your opponent still confirmable in the combo, especially when you use this super early on with the 6M that we did include for the overhead command normal. So that's also mainly to make sure that that command normal is viable for Black Panther still, and you can't really cancel into the other hypers in Infinite, so we kind of have to keep Hazard Zone. However, we will be adding a brand new ultimate, that being Bast. We actually don't have any Bast representation in Black Panther's moveset yet, so let's change that. Here, Black Panther will summon Bast in a more humanoid form, as she's depicted sometimes in the comics, and you will team up with Black Panther to do the Maximum Panther, baby! Yeah, it's just Maximum Spider, except with 2 characters constantly slashing at each other and joining on the final slash down, and it's a Panther. I'm not original. Fight me. Now, something I do want to add too that I actually didn't do really in the Daredevil video is something that's really cool with some of the ultimates in Marvel Tokon, where some of them give an effect relating to the character's unique abilities for the rest of the round, like giving more damage to Cap's shield or allowing more charges for Star-Lord's element guns. For Black Panther's effect, I think we first got to talk about his unique ability. So what's his unique ability? Well, it's gonna be a big AoE attack, but it's more complicated than that. It stems from the impact absorption that Black Panther is depicted with in the modern comics, in Rivals, and of course in the MCU. And this makes for a really cool ability. It'll be tied to a meter, and the more hits you take while blocking, the more this meter will charge. and it will charge even more when you're actually taking damage. You'll have access to the AoE attack. That's just like a big lightning burst that shocks anybody that gets caught in it, surrounds you completely. Kind of think of that Blitzcrank super, except just an actual attack. It can get that big the more you charge it. You get more damage, you get more knockback, and it gets bigger. It'll be super good for a get off me tool, and if you get a wall bounce off of it, it's a good way to start a combo, and to add on, this move will heal too. About 1/4 of your health bar at full charge, and when no charge, about like 1/16, halfway, an 1/8, and of course full to 1/4. Of course, the more you charge your meter, the bigger it gets. So taking damage and blocking actually plays a pivotal part of Panther's moveset. For what the ultimate will give you on a successful hit, it'll give you both a fully charged meter no matter how much you've charged it or used it, and this one will now do 20% more damage no matter what, meaning this enhanced AoE attack will now heal on hit 1/3 of your health. Yeah, I made a demon that can heal himself pretty well. It's a glass cannon that can't shatter. Fight me, it's my video, I can do what I want. I have the power. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this hypothetical Black Panther moveset where I make him into a pixie character that really can't be killed, both with his crazy evasive movement options, actually being able to space out with a spear that he can throw pretty consistently, and of course his ultimate ability, which can just be a reversal healing option, which is kind of crazy. And I hope that you all enjoy. I don't think Black Panther's gonna be like this in the actual game when he gets included, because he's a shoo-in. Well, this is the Black Panther I want, baby. Come on. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and you all have a good one. Deuces.